For those in the audience, getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Connecticut, but everyone said stop saying that shit because I left before I had consciousness.
And specifically, what part of Connecticut at the time?
New Haven,
And care to share where you were raised?
Atlanta.
And do you remember the age of that move in your life?
I had to be like four, yeah.
And do you know what the reasoning was back then?
So we got my mom's reasoning, and then we got my pop's reasoning. My mom's reason was to reach a place of opportunity. You know, Atlanta was growing at the time, and they wanted more opportunity. My theory, and when I talked to my pops, I think it was some like gambling issues somewhere along that line, and he had to fucking hightail it out of there.
And still reside in Atlanta today?
Yes.
And care to share your current age at this point?
Right now, I am infinite.
And what about your birthday? The month and the day, perhaps?
Taurus gang all day, you know, May 4th. Way before the Star Wars.
Now, circumstances could be different for everyone. But can you give the audience 5 tips on moving to Atlanta?
Stop talking shit. Stop listening to other people, you know, because they're always talking about what Atlanta is or what it isn't. But if you're not really in the city for real, you really can't experience that. You can't expect Atlanta to be how it is on TV all the time. Like, there are downtime. And if you don't know where you're going, then you're not going to find the most litest or most upbeat spot. Scamming is crazy out here. You need to authenticate everything, you know, like... If you don't authenticate it, then I got scammed for some AirPods the other day. It was fresh out the pack. It had made in China, everything. And I dropped one of the pieces, and the piece popped out, and I was like, damn, I've been scammed. Thirdly is lock your door. Lock your door. Don't run in the gas station trying to get no Rello or trying to get no Tropicana or nothing like that, and leave your door unattended to, because they will rob your ass. 4 is, this is tough because I'm really the pot calling the kettle black, or really the opposite of that. But wrap that shit up. Wrap that shit up. I know we all make mistakes, but wrap that shit up because they burning everybody out here. 5th and finally, money's out here. You can come out here with not a dime in your pocket. You pick up the skill, or you meet the correct person, meet the right person, then you'll take it to a whole nother level. There's a lot of tantalizing, you know, details when it comes to Atlanta that might throw people off, but this is the city where you can make anything happen.
Any bonus tips?
Move on the outskirts. Yeah. You know, you don't gotta be in the city all the time. Like, move on the outskirts.
Now, you mentioned you were scammed when it came to these tips yourself. Once upon a time. Was that preventable at all? Looking back on how everything played out.
Damn. Was it preventable? I think everything is preventable. But I think sometimes you got to go through certain things so that way you don't make the same fucked up mistakes as you did before.
Now, what about being robbed? Have you been robbed in Atlanta before?
Nope. Never. Not once. Nope.
And what about being burned? Have you ever been burned in Atlanta before?
Nope. No, sir. See, I'm smart when I choose who I decide to lay with. Cause the thing is, I'm not a first date, like, you know, what's the term they always use? One night stand. I'm not a one night stand type of nigga. Like, I gotta get to know you, you know? Like, I know some of those traditional systems are dead to some people, but I gotta get to know you, like, get to understand who you are as a person. See if you're sitting at home on a Friday night, or if you know, at brunch.
Checking my charts as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got my shit in my phone. I got the app. downloaded.
Now, what was that really like growing up in Atlanta for you?
Growing up,
And let's pause that for a second. Before we go on further with that question, was it a specific part of Atlanta that you were raised in, or you represent, or claim, or things of that nature?
see, I wouldn't be natural if I didn't say that I was born and raised in Cobb County. You know, that is the true north, in my opinion.
Well, technically, raised in, I guess, at the
Yeah.
beginning of Cobb
New
County.
Haven, yeah. Mhm.
Born in New Haven, but yeah, not born and raised in Cobb County. Just wanted to clarify that.
I mean, when I woke up and I realized what type of fucked up world I was in Atlanta.
Okay, but didn't mean to cut you off. Cobb County is the place where you claim.
Yeah.
And were you raised from the age of 4 to now, or whatever infinite represents, in Cobb County?
Yes.
And did it get any more specific than that?
No, been there. I've branched out, definitely, but, you know, that's still, you know, my town.
Now, what was that really like growing up in Cobb County for you?
Easy, a lot of fake gangsters, a lot of fake, a lot of fake plays, a lot of fake rappers, a lot of fakeness. But, once you find a circle of people, who you can really trust, and just like that takes time, then, you're good.